Welcome to Switch Corner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at Beasties on the Nintendo Switch. Now this one, it comes from Just for Games and they were kind enough to sponsor today's video. They asked me to tell you all about the game and the mechanics contained. So with that luck, hit subscribe and join us here on Switch Corner for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. Beasties then tells the story of a recently graduated Beastie Master in training. Now in this world, we all live in peace, but a Beastie Master has gone missing from a small local town. You've been assigned to uncover their whereabouts. Now you need to head to this town and meet a few of the locals. They double as kind of shops as well, and you'll assist in uncovering the truth, while also along the way helping out a few of those around you. So Beasties is a unique combination. Think the training, battles and capturing found in Pokemon, but the battles here, they're not turn-based but rather a match-free puzzle experience. It's definitely a bite-sized game. I hit the end credits in around 3.5 hours, so it's definitely not setting out to be that next epic quest, rather think combining a few well-loved concepts for easy pick-up and play puzzle moments. Gameplay in the open world then is simple. You'll be moving to navigate two maps, the village and then the attached forest. In the village we can talk to a few locals, even get some assistance. So this village includes a store where you can buy and sell goods. There's a health centre where you can level up and store your beasties. There's a blacksmith who will repair your axe. It's kind of a limited use tool for gathering resources. And then a restaurant as well. You'll basically feed your beasties and heal them back to full health here, because there's no regen in here following a battle. So those are the main reasons for being in town, outside of the occasional quest giver as well. For example, one of the subplots here is basically a missing daughter, and that character's father will be met here. From there though, it's on to exploration, and it's very similar to its influences in the sense battles are randomly implemented, you cannot see beasties ahead of you, and it all occurs in tall grass. Through this forest location then as well, you'll find a fair few items as well. Think healing, such as snacks that you can feed to your beasties between battles. There's something called Dawn Dust, which can be converted into Dawn Discs. You use these for leveling up. There's going to be jewels that you can sell to raise that bank balance. There's cash of course to find as well, and then there's going to be iron and wood. Those latter two, they will actually repair a few items in world, but then you can also actually use it on your pickaxe, or maybe donate it to another character. Alongside this then, you'll also be finding treasure chests filled with this loot. You'll be able to mine some resources yourself, and eventually you'll find teleportation pads from a central location which allows you to move around quicker. The game's difficulty initially, it's not an exploration, that is extremely simple. The quest, it's always displayed on the right of the screen with a general location as well. This game, it very much wants you to move quick. To aid in that as well, a location, current position, that can all be found on a handy pop-up map attached to the Y button, and you can also then look in your backpack with a press of the X button. This will give you an inventory, a cash balance, and a current breakdown of your team. You can have 4 beasties at any one time thrown into battle. Then after that though, you'll need to store them in town. You can also change their order, which will actually be extremely important for battle. Heading into battles then, this is where the match-free gameplay becomes the focus. As I said, nearly all battles are random, but a couple, they will be displayed in the world, as these are going to be integral to progressing that story forward. In these moments though, you'll basically find an 8x8 board filled with coloured gems. Definitely does a good job of tying this into the combat. So the idea here is this: you'll have up to a squad of 4, as I said, and you can face off against a team of up to 4 as well. Matching 3 is the name of the game, but anything above this actually gives you a bonus extra turn, so that very much becomes part of the strategy. You won't choose which beastie attacks either, rather it's always those in the first position or the top of the screen. So all of these different jewels, let's start with the black jewel. That is your attack. This will be based around the beastie's level and strength under their image. Likewise, you'll notice an element though. In this case, my party leader is fire, so they're particularly cautious around a water type. Then, however, you notice a jewel to the top left of each beastie's image, and this is where the rest of the board comes into play. You all need to connect a different amount of this dual type, not all at once but over many goes, to unlock a special move. You'll use the D-pad to activate this, and this can be anything from devastating individual attacks to whole team wipes to healing for those around you. You've really got to kind of capture these different beasties and then start to understand and look into the menus to see what their special attack is and how they can support your team. Do they round out your team, or maybe does it, outweigh it in a certain area? You kind of got to strategize around that as well. What I like here though is you can choose to, let's say, build up your character. Maybe though when there's no attack pattern open, you could use up the gems you know your opponent is looking for and essentially store them. A particularly useful strategy against those, stronger beasties. You can also then, when facing wild beasties, catch them with a catch device you can purchase or find and run away by holding the Y button. You will also quickly unlock Ferraris as well, the main fire type you see in many of my battles. They are strong to begin with, but I still had some I'd call them more taxing moments. Should you want to though, collect up enough Dawn Dust, make Dawn Discs, and you can upgrade them to what is an OP status where one attack will take down near any enemy. One thing for me though in this moment was destroying my enemy. That's not always a good thing. I wanted to experiment with other beasties, and that's where squad management came into play. If it was a story moment, he would definitely take the lead. That's going to be dialing up that difficulty. If it was a wild battle though, I'd often put a weaker one up front. That way I could just kind of damage them slightly and then capture them in that moment. While there's no encyclopedia of any sort then for the beasties, the menu just packs a little bio for each, which I always enjoy checking out. It just adds a little context for each so I could understand those strengths, weaknesses, and special attacks. So gameplay wise, for those looking for a bite-sized puzzle experience, this may be one to take a look at if the idea of Pokemon meets puzzle intrigues you. The story, it is the only mode contained here. You'll get around a 3 to 4 hour runtime dependent on how you play, and yeah, it's single player only. Graphics and audio then, it's got a nice enough music score, it loops, never gets annoying, plays into a consistent theme by location. There's a few attack sounds as well and sound effects around the world, and that's including the puzzle gameplay. The graphics, I found them unique, they have that hand-drawn style to them, and it reminded me of game pieces mixed with, if anyone remembers the game Guess Who. It's basically a face on a card, but I started to like it once I got into it. I think it's the animated bouncy movement and the arms that appear when it's pickaxe time. It's just, a little bit different. The world then, the smaller town, it looks decent. The forest has a few different areas from rubble ruins to water to, of course, the taller grass. Few locations they will be locked initially as well, but it's relatively quick to open things up. So that is Beasties, a puzzle game with a dash of Pokemon that gives you a bite-sized adventure alongside match-free puzzle gameplay. The spin on that match-free gameplay though works well. The idea of elements and specials adds in an extra layer of strategy. It's also available then right now on the eShop, and no doubt given that this will be live at launch, there should be reviews live at this time as well. So yeah, you'll find the link to the eShop page in the pinned comment down below. Head there, check it out, take a look and see if it's going to be one for you. With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support Switch Corner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here on Switch Corner for reviews and deals near daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.